FIFA talking about another major change as we head into the 2026 World Cup. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all your support. Do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I think we're fewer than 15 now from 100 subscribers. My goal is to be at 2,000 by the time the World Cup rolls around next summer. So I got a lot of work to do. I got to start doing more videos. But I thought this was really interesting. I'm curious what y'all think about this. Um, this change is increasing the roster size. I want to make sure from 26 to 30 players. And they want to do that because there was a lot of things going on with like the Club World Cup and stuff and talking about the playing conditions and how hot it's going to be. And most likely when they play this final in New Jersey, it is going to be very, very hot. I've actually heard them even talking about how early in the morning they are going to play it, which still wouldn't be bad for Europe, right? Because we're talking about like I think a 9 a.m. local time start, which is what, maybe two, depending on where you are in Europe, 2, 3 in the afternoon. So actually, works out great for them. Not so sure it works out great for the United States, or Canada or Mexico, but it works out great for the rest of them. And so that, and then this 26 to 30 players thing is another thing that they're talking about to help alleviate that. And really, all of this is coming from the W, the W, the you you know what I'm saying? FIFA. It's all coming from FIFA. I was gonna say the World Soccer, and I'm like World Soccer Association, FIFA, which is the World Soccer Organization. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm getting back on track, man. I got a lot going on. This is all about making money, and it's in reaction to the complaints because, as you know, the schedule keeps expanding more and more, whether it's club, it's international, it's both. We've got the Club World Cup. We've got the World Cup now going from the World Cup is starting to become a participation trophy, at least playing in it. We've now gone from 32 teams to 48 teams, which is absolutely wild. So now we're going to go to 48 teams, and now we're going to add even more players. So I mean, when you do that, the quality declines. I think a lot of people, even when it was 32 teams, are like, well, you see a lot of really bad games because some of the teams playing just can't compete with other teams, and it's really ugly soccer. And that part gets and you're going to see more of that now, going from 32 to 48. And part of that, of course, is the qualifying, which I get. There's certain areas of the country where, and hey, look, the U.S. is kind of part of that. If we were in Europe, we'd never qualify for the World Cup. And so you get really good teams sometimes left out in Europe, and then teams that really are not a top 32 team or even close, but they make it because of where they happen to be. And so you get a lot of ugly games. And now you want to increase it to 48. And so you get that, and you get the weather, and you get more playing with the cup, and they want to add this to 30. And then this also again is going to, I think, this is what I want to ask all about you, is you're kind of reinforcing better teams. And what I mean by better teams is teams with more depth, which is again is usually going to be your top teams, right? Your European teams, Brazil, Argentina, teams like that, where I don't think it benefits the teams who might teams I was just talking about that wouldn't necessarily normally qualify. I don't even think it benefits the US, where in Europe you could add those extra players and you're not really going to get much of a drop off, so they can actually play and your stars are going to be that much fresher. Whereas in the US, man, it's tough for us to field a starting 11. Adding four players to go from 26 to 30 is just not any players that you're going to be like, well, yeah, we're gonna put them out in this game to keep our stars fresh for the next round, especially say you qualified in the group. It's just going to be really interesting how this is going to work, but also in terms of the quality of the soccer, because if you get those teams that I'm talking about that maybe can't even really field 26, and then they do 30 and they think, yeah, we're going to be smart and we're going to actually play those players. Again, you're getting into the quality of the play. And that has always been an issue with national teams in general, anyway, other than the truly elite, because they don't play together a lot. And so the quality of play isn't always there because they don't know each other that well. And now going from 32 teams to 48 teams and then expanding the rosters on top of that, you might see such a drop off in quality that people are going to be like, why am I watching these early games? I'm going to wait until we've got the truly great teams left, and then I will tune in and watch the rest of the World Cup, except maybe the final because we want to play it at 9 a.m. because of the heat. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below. Thanks for checking out the video. Really do appreciate it. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you in the next video.